Thank you guys for coming to this session. My name is Francho. I work at the Yealink as the product manager for the Skype4B solution, and my focus on the device strategy. Today I want to go through the topics including why the business is moving to the cloud and why we select the Office O365, and also how to select the right choice for the endpoint. The way of the business communication changed and our world changing faster. And the more and more new technology came out and changed the workplace also. So you can look around, there's many companies released the new technology and said we have the good product and the good solution for you guys. So, and also the new technology and the new innovation also changed the culture and the society also. For example, I still remember when my son is 3 years old, he can repeat my mobile phone number very easily, even he never ever make the phone call to me. But right now he's 7 years old and he make the phone call to me every day. One day my wife asked him whether you still can remember your dad's phone number. Unfortunately, he cannot remember and give up because he leveraged the app which is called WeChat to initial the video call and the audio call to me. There was no PSTN number displayed on the monitor again. I think one of the big challenges in the future is not just for how we communicate, it's how we make the relationship to provide the respect and the trust. So the cloud is the key to our office because it allowing the device to access to the business critical data through the corporate network security anytime, anywhere. And many customers understand the cloud is the future, but I need to tell you that the cloud is the now. And myself, this year, we just go to the cloud now, don't waste any time. Because many customers still concerning whether how to finish the on-prem deployment. But I have to tell you that if we have set up, for example, we set up the branch office and hire the new employee, so do we still need to provide the legacy technology to them? I believe we need to provide the new technology to the new employee of the new office. So this is what I thought. So that will be very important that what's the key elements of the unified communication. Because we understand that if we were talking about the unified communication, it will including many elements, including the voice, audio, video, chat, wherever they're working together to make the solution be perfect. So there was some concern from the customer side, like the feature set requirement. One day I meet some customer, they asked me, hey Frank, you suggest I move to the cloud, and right now I give you the list about the feature I wanted, like the paging, intercom, or the BLF. So I got the list, say yes, we can support it, but we also need to understand why you need this scenario, why you need this feature, and what's the request from the end user. So that once I get the information, we can provide the corporate solution to the customer. And then also when we migrate to the cloud, and we need to understand the compliance. For example, whether we have any policy about access to the external network, whether the WAN can fulfill the requirement of the voice and the video traffic because it relates to the network evaluation. And also, finally, there's much more important, which is the user adoption rate. Because I saw many companies spend a lot of money to provide the new technology to their employee. But finally, they find out there was nothing changed. Do you know the reason? Because the customer feel uncomfortable to use the new technology. If they don't use it, and there's nothing changed. So finally, there was the ecosystem. Because we are not working alone anymore. Right now, we are working in the world which is the Earth, so that we can understand that more and more companies can help this solution be better. whatever is system integrator, third-party application vendor like can provide the contact center, or also there will be the third-party application and the third-party vendor like the Logitech, Polycom, Yealink. Every single hardware vendor can make the Microsoft solution be perfect. So the next slide is about why we need to select the Microsoft Office 365, because as you know, right now the Skype for Business Online is part of the 365 already, and the customer have the concern about that. Why I need to migrate from the on-prem to the online, or why I need to migrate from the other platform to the Skype for Business platform. So I need to tell you the reason, because if you are the Microsoft 365 provide a modern voice to the customer so that they can familiar about the Office suite and also understand the Skype can provide the best user experience to the end user. And I meet some end user, they have the concern. I got the legacy infrastructure like the PBS and all kind of stuff I'm still running on it. How can I deal with that? Some advisor might say, yes, you can just let them running. This is the phase one. Make perfect sense, right? And then I try to set up the online environment and migrate some user from the on-prem to the online. It makes sense, right? Or might be doing the proof of concept or the evaluation, and they might find out it works or doesn't work. So what am I doing next? I don't know why. So that Microsoft create the SOF, which is the Skype Operation Framework, which is they can provide to the customer about resync and shift to the cloud. And there was a set of the best practice and also the practice guide to the customer about when you should plan about it and how you operate about it and how to deliver it to the customer. So this is the framework can provide the customer the best solution, migrate from the on-prem to the cloud. So when we're talking about the endpoint of the Skype for Business Online, and there was some concept about users scenarios. Most of you, my understanding, right now the Skype for Business Online have some feature like the paging intercom, which is the three-party IP phone feature, doesn't exist. So that's why when we ask the customer, may I know that how you use your IP phone or how you use the endpoint, they might have some feature list to us. So we need to understand this is what I wanted, this is I get the workaround solution so that I can give you the perfect solution. And then there was the user experience. For example, the Skype for Business Online, they can work well with the USB device like the USB headset, USB conference phone, and the stand-alone IP phone. I see some customers, they have the docking, connect with their PC, and they insert the earphone and the USB headset, USB conference phone, and the stand-alone IP phone through the better together. So which means the customer can select the device which they wanted to pick up the call or the initial call or join to the conference. This is really important because the Skype for Business has the voice capability to do anything. So which means the third-party endpoint can provide the best experiment for the Skype for Business platform. This is really important about that. And then when we are talking about the deployment, if we are using the USB headset, that will be much more easier because once the Skype running perfect and you input the USB device, it just work. It doesn't care about whether you are using the hybrid, online, or the on-prem. But if the customer mention about, right now I want to use the stand-alone IP phone, how can I do that? So the deployment belongs to the deployment part of the SOF. And for example, the Yealink right now provide the auto provisioning and the in-band provisioning to the customer to provide customized configuration management. And also the third-party management platform like the Unified Square release the software, which is the Power Suite, to the customer, can also provide the configuration and the firmware management capability. So the easy deployment, which is very important about this, because the customer, they don't care what's the background they are running. They just care what's the product they see. So once the deployment succeeds, it will let your solution be perfect in the end. And also, which is economy, because we understand that this is not just for the couple flagship or the mainstream model fulfill the requirement of the customer. So the Yealink also provide the full portfolio of the product to the customer so that they can choose the product whatever from the entry level to the premium level, wherever there was the knowledge worker, office worker, or the C-level guys, they can use the product with the good customer experience. Finally, there was the support. The support is not just only about the service level agreement or just the response time of the trouble ticket, because we need to understand that I got the product should have the perfect life cycle to ensure there's no problem of the support within 10 years, so that I should buy your product. Make sense? I don't want to buy the product, you go into EOL as soon as possible. So that's the really concern for the customer. I saw that before. So I need to introduce about the Yealink. Who is the Yealink and where we came from? The Yealink formed in the 2001, and we have the many years experiment for the VoIP. And also we delegate to communication IP phone innovation. Right now we are the top 2 global supplier of the SIP phone. And we are also the gold communication partner of the Microsoft to provide the terminals to the channel partner and the end user. So that for the whatever for the on-prem, online, we got the certification already, and you go to the partnersolution.microsoft.com and you can find our product. So if we have the booth at there. If you are interested, we are welcome. You go to there, and we can do some live demo to bring you the good customer experience to know what's the difference. Okay? Do you have any questions? Okay.